They say when a child washes his hands clean, he dines with elders. But what happens when the elders themselves roll in the mud with thugs and hooligans? Nigeria, a land already bruised and battered, woke up to yet another scene of shame as drama between Labour Party's factional chairman Julius Abure and fiery activist Precious Oruche, popularly called Mama P, turned into a theatre of unbridled rascality. What started as a verbal altercation at Abuja Airport snowballed into a violent assault in Benin City, an arrest meant to humiliate and a release forced only by public outrage. This is not just about Mama P. This is about the soul of a country drifting into lawlessness. Yes, you heard me well. According to Abure Ifo, the Labour Party's publicity secretary under Abure's faction, the confrontation began right inside the boarding queue at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja, Nigeria. Mama P allegedly accosted Julius Abure, raising her voice, questioning him over his handling of Labour Party and accusing him of selling out the hopes of millions of Nigerians. Witnesses say the heated exchange continued into the Max Air flight en route Benin City. Flight attendants reportedly tried to calm the activist, but according to the report, her anger refused to cool. Okay? But that was just one act. Or maybe you want to call it Act 1, right? The real drama exploded upon arrival at Benin Airport. According to Mama P's own account, Abure, feeling embarrassed by her bold confrontation, allegedly unleashed thugs on her. And I think I watched a video that showed a lot of young people trying to actually assault her. And according to what she said, the men reportedly punched her in the eyes, snatched and damaged her phone, and physically manhandled her before onlookers. One of them, she said, even threatened to shoot her. You can imagine, this can only happen in my country, Nigeria. Just like that. And yet, in a shocking twist, the same victim of this brutality, the activist whose only crime was raising her voice against perceived injustice, was arrested, allegedly on the orders of Abure and his political allies. Arrested, beaten, humiliated, all just to break her spirit. But Nigerians saw through it. Social media erupted. I trust my people. Activists, commentators, and ordinary citizens began to cry foul. The backlash was intense, yes, and after hours of protest and mounting pressure, Mama P was finally released. And sometimes I really wonder if our politicians don't know what happens in the other part of the world. Not too long ago, we saw what happened in Nepal. We saw what happened there. It starts with small acts of lawlessness like this. And sometimes I feel like these politicians, they never learn anything. You can imagine just that altercation. Abure is already feeling that his ego is bruised, and all he can do, if at all he has something to do, was to, report the thing formally to the relevant authorities, or maybe even go to court. But Nigerian politicians are not known to do that. Instead, he unleashed the thugs on the innocent lady. Just imagine this shame. You are dealing with a female, and you have to bring thugs to fight a female. That is the height of insensitivity and recklessness on the part of Abure, I must say. Okay? But thank God she is free today. But this incident has left bitter questions. What kind of society arrests the wounded and celebrates the aggressor? What manner of democracy empowers politicians to unleash thugs on citizens? If it is not in Nigeria, where will this ever happen? And that is why sometimes you hear people saying that we have become like a banana republic, because this sort of things can only happen in a proper, typical banana republic. This is not just a Labour Party issue, I tell you. It is a Nigerian problem. A nation where politicians no longer campaign with ideas, but with gang of thugs. A society where dissent is silenced with blows, arrest, and intimidation. This is gangsterism that has turned politics into war and left the common man completely helpless. It is no surprise then that life in this country has become nasty, brutish, and very short. People lives, people now live like as though they live in a jungle, not a nation governed by laws. It's like we live in a country where laws have become not just obsolete but non-existent. When leaders are the ones breaking the law, what lesson do the followers learn? When the shaman of parties descend into thuggery, what hope is left for the thuggery, the angry, and the unemployed youth roaming the streets helplessly? We must be careful. Honestly, Nigerian politicians must be careful right now. Nigeria is sitting on a keg of gunpowder. Each assault, each humiliation, each brazen act of lawlessness add fuel to a ticking time bomb. Look at Nepal. I talked about this before. Look at Nepal. Their crisis did not start overnight. It began with little sparks of impunity, rascality, and oppression until the people could no longer tolerate or endure it anymore. If Julius Abure and his likes think intimidation will silence voices, they are mistaken, I tell you. Mama P has vowed not to bow, not to cow, and not to be broken. And for that, she deserves our encouragement. She represents the cry of millions of Nigerians who are tired of being bullied into silence. Let this be a warning. The hunger in the land is deep. The anger in the street is real. And one day, the oppressed will rise. And when that day comes, I tell you, nobody will escape it. So they better listen and they better begin to learn. I'm talking to the Nigerian politicians at this time. And I'm just going to wind down by saying this. There's a Yoruba adage that says, if the fire does not finish the oil, it cannot consume the yam. Oppression can last for a while, but truth will always outlast falsehood. So I want to say to Mama P, we say, remain resolute. To Abure and others like him, and to Nigerian politicians at large, learn from history before history swallows all of you. And to Nigerians, remember, silence in the face of tyranny is the greatest endorsement of oppression. This is not just Mama P's fight. This is the fight for the Nigerian soul. And with this, I want to just end it right here. What do you think about this altercation that culminated to that assault in Benin airport and the subsequent arrest and the release? Please feel free to go to the comment section and leave your thoughts right there. And yours sincerely will meet you right there to take the conversation further. God bless you. I'll be right back. Bye-bye.